from Cleveland's most accurate weather team. This is 19 First Alert Plus, sponsored by the man that makes them pay, Tim Misney.
Good afternoon. I'm Dan DeRosa with 19 News. It is a First Alert weather day. This is kind of one of those days you need to keep your head on a swivel. We've got 19 First Alert meteorologist Sam Roberts with us. Sam, let's remind our viewers, in case some people are just seeing this for the first time, what do we mean by a First Alert weather day?
So when we talk about, Dan, a First Alert weather day, it's a day where the weather is a little bit more impactful. So in the winter, that might mean, well, it's technically still winter, but you know what I mean. In the dead of winter, that might mean, we're going to see significant snow and it could impact your commute. As we start to get into late winter, spring, and summer, alert days are generally related to thunderstorms. Maybe there's a flooding threat. It just depends on the setup. And with today's weather, it's more about some thunderstorms popping up over the next few hours, which could produce strong winds. We've already seen that east of 77 earlier in the afternoon, and we even had a little hail reported out towards Parkman. So I would say our alert day today so far has definitely verified.
And we love the fact that it's 62 degrees. If you've been outside, I have not been. Some of my coworkers are saying, get outside, but we love this. But this is part of the problem, is that we are warming up. And then when you have all that warm air and this cold front is going to come smack it, that's when we get smacked.
Yeah, I mean, we had the storms, or really they were probably at that point when they moved through Cleveland, maybe more showers than anything else. That actually cooled us off. And then as soon as they moved away into Pennsylvania, we warmed back up. Sorry, you might hear a little dinging in the background. That's the weather service chat. So I'm just looking at that every now and then to make sure nothing crazy is going on. So the stuff that you see out in western Pennsylvania, that's pretty robust thunderstorm activity. And again, that has all moved away. When it came through here, it cooled us off a little bit. But now the sun's back out. It's also about to come back out in Ashtabula. And so then we start to warm back up and things might get a little bit more unstable. Now, we don't have a ton of instability to work with today. We do have higher shear parameter out there today. So sometimes you can get some severe weather setting up where it's not super unstable, but there is a lot of turning of the winds with height. So that's why, we were kind of concerned about a brief tornado threat for today east of 77. That has not verified, which is a good thing. But we need to get this second front through here so we can put an end to this severe weather threat. What you see out in Sandusky, need to watch that, as well as that moves east into Lorain, Medina, and Cuyahoga counties, because as you said, now we have some sun breaking out in these areas that are dry. You can see we're dry in Akron, so that could help fuel some storms as the afternoon goes on. Here's future view. Next few hours, it does bring that rain to the west into Cleveland and eventually into the snow belt. Still going to keep that severe threat going through at least 6. I think a storm, if it pops up today, would be more likely to produce heavy rain and hail and high winds than a tornado, but there is that small risk. And then by 7 or so, the storm threat diminishes, but then we have to deal with some wintry mix and even a little snow overnight.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, the temperature change that we're going to go through from tonight into tomorrow morning. Dropping 30 degrees in the course of a few hours?
Yeah, so early tomorrow morning, I think we'll get down into the upper 20s. So we're going to go from the 60s today into the 20s tomorrow morning. And then unfortunately, we never get out of the 30s tomorrow. We're just going to stay right around the mid 30s into the afternoon. High winds tomorrow, so it's going to feel as if it's in the teens in the morning and 20s in the afternoon. And then, of course, we got to deal with the snow coming in. You can see on future view, we're definitely going to have some visibility issues out there as this moves in. When you start talking about 40 to 50 mile per hour winds, which winds are still an issue tomorrow, that's when you have some problems with your visibility. In terms of the snow sticking to the roads, I mean, surface temperatures are obviously a little bit warmer because the last couple of days have been warmer, but if snow is heavy enough, that can often overcome your warmer surface temperatures. So we'll see what happens with things sticking to the roads. I would be extra careful on untreated surfaces first thing tomorrow morning, just as all this stuff is kind of moving through.
We're going to take that 15-second pause and come back with a look at the rest of the week.
I've represented families just like yours for over 4 decades. Listen, if you need me, call me. You know I'll be there for you, and I'll make them pay. In the meantime, I'll keep an eye out for you.
And the roller coaster continues. Sam, walk us through it.
Yeah, lots of ups and downs, mostly like down in the short term and then back up into next week. So it's more of like, what's that game on The Price is Right with the little like yodeler guy? That's kind of what this looks like.
Cliffhanger, isn't that Cliffhanger?
Now I have to Google it.
I'm pretty sure it's
Price
Cliffhanger.
Right, Cliffhanger. I can never remember. Yeah, you're right, Cliffhangers. Oh, I love that game. That and Plinko. So we're cliffhangers into next week as we start to warm up. Unfortunately, tomorrow is also an alert day just because we are super concerned about the morning commute. Afternoon is just cold with maybe a few lingering snow showers, nothing major. Friday, we have another front coming in, so a wintry mix will be arriving over the course of the afternoon. Weekend right now, latest guidance is actually trending drier. We've had some snow in for the weekend last couple of days. Going to go ahead and remove that for now. We'll let you know if we have to add it back in. I hope we don't. We also spring forward this weekend. And then looking ahead to next week, you know, a lot of times this time of the year, if we're going to warm up, we're probably going to have to deal with some rain. That does not look to be the case early next week. Next Tuesday, I've got us at 61. Perhaps another 61-degree day next Wednesday without rain. So it'll be warm like today, but it will not be as rainy.
So I'm going to put you on the spot. And this is a terrible question to ask a meteorologist, but looking at next Monday, that's 49 degrees. That's the 10th. And then we're a week away from St. Patrick's Day. So I love the fact that 5 days out from St. Patrick's Day on that Wednesday, we have 61 degrees. Mm-hmm. Any inkling of that warming trend in the middle of next week? Is that going to hang on for St. Patrick's Day?
You know, with it being early to mid-March, you know, you tend to have more of a fluctuation. So your little warm spells, unfortunately, don't last long. I think St. Patrick's Day is trending, if not seasonable, which seasonable or normal for this time of the year would be like, by that point, it'd probably be like mid to upper 40s, most likely like mid 40s would be considered normal for St. Patrick's Day. I'm inclined to go normal or slightly below average for St. Patrick's Day for now. Now that could change. We'll see.
Change.
It will probably change like 10 times between now and then. But right now, I'm thinking it's probably going to be kind of chilly, but nothing extreme.
That's good news. We need to get through the next 2 first alert weather days, and then we'll worry about St. Patrick's Day and the green beer when it gets here.
Yeah, right.
All right, 19 first alert meteorologist Sam Roberts. We'll see you on the 3 o'clock.
All right, thanks, Sam.
All right,
see ya.
take care. Again, just want to reiterate, we can look into downtown Cleveland right now. Beautiful, beautiful conditions, blue skies in the low 60s, but this is creating fuel for that cold front to come through. So make sure you pay attention to our first alert weather day today and tomorrow morning for what could be snow. I know that's hard to believe with 62 degrees right now, but it is going to be snowing in the morning. Right during your morning commute. So tune in to our 3 o'clock news when we start 3.5 hours of news and first alert weather. We're going to have our weather tracker out there. If there are any trouble spots, we're going to find them. Until then, I'm Dan DeRosa with 19 News. Have a good day and be safe out there.
19 News is everywhere. Download our CTV apps and follow us